Hey, my name is Amit, and I'm going to give you a demo of Sudowrite, an AI-powered creative writing tool that's meant to help you have more fun while you write and be an always available brainstorming partner. So say I've got an idea for a story. I'm going to call it The Day the Cats Overcame, because the internet loves cats. And it's going to be all about how cats take over the world from humans. But I don't know exactly how it's going to go. So I'm going to go to Story Tools and click on Twist. And I'm going to choose science fiction because it's probably a sci-fi story. And then I'll give it a summary of this story. A band of cats in Pittsburgh is fed up with living under cars and through the intense cold and decides to come together and take over the world from humans. So I don't know where the story is going to go from here, but I know that's kind of where I want to start. When I hit submit, Sudowrite's going to use the AI behind the scenes that's read almost everything on the internet, read like tons and tons of books, and which knows the common tropes in science fiction and fantasy and literature in general. And it's going to fit those tropes and those ideas to the very brief summary I've given it here to help me understand where I could go based on this beginning. So here's some ideas I came up with. The point of view is from one of the cats who narrates the book. In the end, the cats realize while they can be devastating individually, they are no match for humans as a group. That's interesting. It's kind of the opposite of what you'd expect. The main character, Dermot, realizes that he is just as much of a pawn of his human owner as the other cats are to their humans, and decides to run free and fight for his own kingdom instead. I like that name, Dermot. I think I'm going to use that. The leader of the group, Felix, a former house cat long since abandoned by his owners, is assassinated before he can come out into the open to rally his troops. That's really cool. Okay, maybe I'll use this. So Felix is a former house cat, abandoned, and he gets assassinated. So let's go back to our document. Felix sniffed the air. Something was afoot. He wasn't sure what. A crack rang out across the hall. Oops, I forgot to capitalize this. Let me fix that. A crack rang out through the hall, and before he knew what had happened, he felt a flash of pain through his tail, and then suddenly through his torso. He'd been shot. And maybe at this point, we're going to have Felix make a speech really fast. So he starts saying, "My fellow cats, don't let my death be in vain. This is..." Okay, so I'm not sure where else this speech is going to go. So maybe I'll call Wormhole here. Wormhole is really great when you're stuck. It takes everything you've done so far and it just tries to continue from where you've left off, and it does it in 5 different directions. So let's see what it comes up with. "My fellow cats, don't let my death be in vain. This is the end for us all. The humans, they have killed me. This is only the beginning of a war for our very existence." I like that one. So I rolled onto my back and I look up to see what I'd taken aim at. Okay. "This is our time. The humans are ripe and ready. Let us attack them." That's interesting. "Take the East Landing Hall." So I'm getting kind of like some blocking here for the scene. Maybe I'll use this because it's got this interesting cantaloupe. Which I assume is like one of the sergeants for Felix or something. So this might be an interesting thing for me to work with. Maybe I want to like edit it a bit, but it's given me a direction. Something else that Sudowrite can do is help me with descriptions. So maybe I want to describe this tail here. I want a more vivid description. So I can click describe, and describe will give me ideas for how to describe tail using sight, smell. Maybe it's a black mass of whip-like tendrils. That's kind of interesting. Maybe it smells like gunpowder and blood, or like a rotting corpse. Tells me what it could sound like, what it could taste like, what it could feel like. So the idea is kind of to inspire you. Sudowrite can't really write for you, but it can be that brainstorming buddy that's helping you come up with better ideas and realize your vision more quickly. So that's just a quick tour. There's a lot more that Sudowrite can do, but hopefully this has given you a taste. If you're interested, head to sudowrite.com and check it out.